Hi guys, welcome to Fuller Lives. Today I have with me a very important person. His name is Dr. Ajinkya Navare. He is a research scholar. Recently he completed his Ph.D, that is doctorate from IIT Bombay, one of the prestigious institutes of India. So let me give you a small introduction about Ajinkya. Dr. Ajinkya, he has lot of achievements to his credit. So as I already said that he is a Ph.D from IIT Bombay. His research is about Karmayoga at workplace and its impact on positive psychology. His doctoral work has garnered prestigious Best Paper Award at Consortium of Management Research 2018 held at IIT Bangalore. His research interest includes spirituality at workplace, yoga, positive psychology, positive organization scholarship, etc. He has also presented his papers in reputed international conferences such as Academy of Management and at Pan IM conference, etc. His writings have also been published in national dailies like The Hindu, The Times of India, etc. So, Dr. Ajinkya, welcome to Fuller Lives. Pleasure to have you.
Same.
So, can you just tell us about your journey before PhD? What was your graduation? What was your field and all? Can you just throw some light on it?
I did my graduation from London College of Commerce. I did it in BCom, Accounting and Finance specialization.
Okay.
So that time my specialization was finance. Eventually I realized that finance is not my field, though I was doing well there, but that was not something which would interest me more. So when I went into MBA, I decided that marketing is something which is really challenging and I would like to continue my journey there. So I did my MBA marketing from Syndham Institute of Management. I got a job, campus placement, after my MBA. I joined the organization. Maybe within a month I realized that corporate is not something where I can enjoy. So I decided to leave corporate, and education was something which I liked the most, I loved the most, and that was something like my passion. So I left corporate and started taking teaching assignments in various degree colleges. When you want to enter into academics, the PhD is must now. So when my parents asked me, job chhodre, what is next? So I said, I will do PhD. So from there, the journey of PhD started. It took some efforts to get into institute like IIT Bombay. But once you get into that, the journey was really good.
Sky would be the limit and all.
Yeah.
So guys, you can just make it out that he did his BCom accounting and finance. So earlier his interest was in finance, then he shifted to marketing, and his PhD is in organizational behavior. And his research thesis is about Karmayoga at workplace and its impact on positive psychology. Ajinkya, could you briefly tell us about which year you went to IIT Bombay? Like how was the process of IIT? How did you manage in there? Can you just tell about that process?
The story was really interesting. I got into IIT in year 2014, but before that I gave two attempts, two unsuccessful attempts I would say. In first attempt I was filtered out in written exam only. It's a two-stage process, three-stage I would say. The first you have to submit a proposal with the application form. Once the technical screening is done, you get a call for written exam. Once you clear written exam, then there is an interview. Or interview ke baad you get the final admission. So in the first attempt, I could not clear my written exam. In second attempt, I reached the interview, but I did not get a final call. In the third attempt, finally I got selected. Yeah.
You had that luck factor, and maybe you entered
yes.
into IIT
Yes.
and all. So Ajinkya, tell us the process of your journey at IIT, like when you got a seat in IIT and you made your mind that now I have to shift from marketing, and you decided to do your PhD in organizational behavior, and so you have to, so can you just tell about your process post IIT, like when you entered the IIT?
When I referred to the previous two unsuccessful attempts, one of the attempts was in marketing. So that till that time I was very much a marketing guy. Still I am a marketing guy, but now I enjoy spirituality the most. I met one professor there and he suggested me, why don't you apply in business ethics if it interests you, because that is the need of the time and nobody is actually taking good research in ethics or those kind of areas. So I found it really interesting and I made my proposal in ethics and submitted. As you know, we need to submit a research proposal where we express our interest that in this field I would like to continue
the
or I would
research.
like to do research. So I submitted my proposal in business business ethics, and when I got selected, and that was the time I got selected. So ethics was something lucky to me, I would say. I got a call from my guide, Professor Ashish Pandey, and he was working on a project of mindfulness. That mindfulness is a Buddhist meditation technique, just similar to Vipassana. We know Vipassana.
Vipassana, yes, meditation.
So mindfulness is applicative part of we could say Vipassana, or similar to Vipassana. And he was involved in the project where we were testing the impact of mindfulness on moral reasoning of the business students, MBA students. So he said, I have a project in my hand, anyways your proposal was in business ethics, so would you like to join me here? So I said yes, because before joining IIT, I had no exposure to even R of the research. So now I know that R is a software, but
that's interesting.
Even the basic ABCD of the research I was unaware of. So I said, yes, that's a good opportunity that supervisor is asking to join a project, so why should I deny for it? So there was no reason to deny.
And ethics is a subject, Dr. Ajinkya, that it cuts across every discipline and every function. It's very holistic and pervasive. In fact, in our college days, there are so many courses where there is a full-fledged subject and course on business ethics. So that was interesting. Okay, so tell us, how did you decide this topic, Karmayoga at workplace and positive psychology?
Yes. So, continuing the story, that I joined the project of mindfulness, and we did some research in mindfulness and its impact on moral reasoning and so on. So while doing the research in mindfulness, I got exposed to some of the Buddhist philosophy and writings of philosophical writings in Buddhist literature. And every time I thought of that Indian wisdom, or typically Hindu wisdom, has more to offer than a Buddhist wisdom. So I kept talking to my sir and kept telling him that, sir, मुझे Indian में कुछ करना है.
Indian themes.
Indian theme में कुछ करना है. So he said, okay, you discover something, you explore something, and give me what you want to actually work upon. So that time, somehow that was, I think, the destiny that I got hold of Karmayoga, and I said, sir, Karmayoga could be the one thing where we could work on, and it has the potential to inform or to enrich the domain of workplace and how to look at the work altogether in a different perspective. So he said, okay, then you have to read a lot, because Karmayoga comes from Indian philosophy. It comes from the Karma Siddhanta, where there are so many faiths and beliefs involved. So the challenge was how to bring those tenets of Karmayoga in modern context, and which could be applicable to all. So that was a challenge, and from there I departed for Karmayoga.
A topic which is embedded in Indian concepts. You see, there are so many researchers who have been bitten by the bug of the West, and they take topics and constructs which are more relevant in those countries, US, Canada, UK and all, Europe and all, and they miss the Indian context. So your research, if I am not mistaken, it is a blend of Indian construct as well as a Western construct. That is, when you talk about positive psychology, I think positive psychology, Michael, maybe some Westerner is credited with this concept. It's a very new concept. With the start of the 21st century, positive psychology came into existence. So tell us, like, how should a researcher should zero down his research topic, because a research topic is something very fundamental to your research journey. So your interest was in like maybe Karma Yoga, all those things and all, and then you decided to take further. Now there are people who are stuck up which topic they should take. So what is your take on this? How should people take their topic?
I think there is no benchmark, or there is no process through which you can actually finalize your research topic. But my suggestion is, look for what is more relevant in a society you are living. So not to take concepts, not to borrow concepts from West or from Europe just because they are in fashion, just because publication becomes easy when you are talking about those concepts. So for example, when I started Karma Yoga, calling was in fashion. It is still in fashion. So calling is a construct in workplace spirituality derived from Christian culture, or Martin Luther King's philosophy. So calling is still in fashion. So if somebody chooses calling, it becomes easy for him to publish in good journals. So people do select their topics in such a way that publication easy ho jayega, my requirements will be done, and I will be through the PhD process quickly. But then we are missing the point that what is relevant for our own people.
Exactly.
So that is the most, I think that's the most important thing, that I would say that everyone should run behind scriptures, everyone should run behind what is Indian, what is Sanskrit mein kya likha hai, we will decode it and we will bring it in management literature. Not needed. But we can have something very indigenous, made for these people, happening in these people. So phenomena should be indigenous.
That is essential. So that is something an interesting aspect of your research. So just tell us how you went about this particular topic when it was finalized.
Yeah.
Literature review part.
Yes.
When did you decide that which statistics will work? And I think this is a quantitative research.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So could just elaborate
Purely
on
quantitative.
this.
Yeah. As I said, so when we finalized that, okay, we want to continue this journey in Karmayoga topic, specifically in Karmayoga, the main challenge was to bring Karmayoga in today's context, or to narrate it in the language which is understandable in corporate. So that was the biggest challenge we had. So we decided that we should go ahead with the literature review, which are based on scriptures. So Karmayoga, the main source scripture is Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita,
Krishna, there is a dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna, and Krishna says that Arjuna says that I cannot fight because I could see my cousins, I could see my guru standing in front of me, and how could I fight with them? So that time Krishna tells him what is your duty and how you should perform your duty. So there was one very simple definition of Karmayoga, that yoga karmasu kaushalya. So Karmayoga is nothing but there is a special skill in the action. Karma karne ki kuch vishesh yukti is Karmayoga. So that was okay. So that was our starting point. Okay, then it means Karmayoga is not asking us to do something different. So we can follow our regular routine, but still we can be Karmayogi if we are adopting that particular special skill. So what is that special skill? What is that special skill? That was the Karmayoga. So that was the model.
Okay. So what is that special skill? I am asking you.
To understand that special skill, then we had to read and study Bhagavad Gita. Then again, Gita is a dialogue between, as I said, Krishna and Arjuna. Both are learned people. So if two learned people are talking something or discussing something, they will not discuss basic things. They will assume basics and they will talk at an advanced level. So if you want to know what they are talking about, you should first read basics and then we could understand those dialogues. So that's why it becomes very important that we choose good commentaries on Gita, good tikas on Gita, and then understand what was the dialogue. So for that I studied around 8 to 9 different commentaries. Like the main commentary was Lokmanya Tilak, Gita Rahasya, because he termed his book Gita Rahasya as the crux of Gita, and he says it's a Karmayoga Shastra. So for him, Gita is nothing but it's a technique of Karmayoga. So that was our main source. Then we also studied.
Shankaracharya has written commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Vachaspati Mishra has written. So maybe all this literature became the background.
You referred them correctly, but these commentaries are more from Karma Sannyas point of view.
Okay.
And we wanted from Karma Sannyas. There are two paths. Okay. One is Nivrutti and one is Pravrutti. So both the paths lead to spiritual enrichment, spiritual advancement.
So yours was Pravrutti.
I was, So we were on Pravrutti path. That is why Lokmanya Tilak, he says that's Karma Yoga. So we are not asking to renounce your material life or your grihastha life, but how to remain spiritually rooted while leading your grihastha life. That was the special skill that we were referring to. So we studied different commentaries. Like Tilak the, we studied Aurobindo, we studied Vinoba Bhave, we studied Radha Krishnan. There are many commentators. And then also Gita is called Upanishad of Upanishad. So Upanishad is considered as Vedanta, the Anta of Vedas. So that's ending of Vedas. And Vedanta has the crux, or we can say the core philosophy of Veda is given in Upanishads. So it's a summary of Veda. And Gita is called Upanishad of Upanishad because Gita presents the summary of Upanishads. So I was fortunate to get opportunity to read Upanishads also. So we studied different Upanishads like Ishavasya Upanishad, Kathopanishad, Prashnopanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, there are many Upanishads. So after study of Upanishads, commentaries, Gita, then some allied scriptures, we identified what is the special skill in the book.
Okay.
So
that is the unique aspect. And yours is a quantitative study.
Yes.
And in quantitative study, you have to develop scales.
Yeah.
So you developed scale by referring to all these ancient literatures, all commentaries and Vedanta, Upanishads and also. You developed the scale.
Yes.
did you talk to Indian people that how this concept of Karmayoga is applicable? Let's say I'm as a professor in Somaya. So how this concept of Karmayoga is applicable to my life? Did you have an interview with so many people to develop the skill?
I tell you, the skill development process begins with the model. So we have a theoretical model, and when we realize that okay, there is no skill available to measure it, then only we go for skill development. Skill development is a rigorous process. It takes a lot of time. So if we get a ready-made scale, nothing like it. But if we don't, then we have to go for skill development.
For the skill.
So there are two approaches for skill development. One we call deductive approach, and one is inductive approach. So one approach is what you referred to, that we talk to people, we take interviews, we understand how this phenomenon is working in the real life settings. And from those insights, we develop the items. And then from those items, from those insights, we develop the theory and the items, both. So that's the inductive approach. Whereas what we had was a deductive approach, because theory was in place. Karmayoga, what is Karmayoga, what is the spatial skill is already been given. So we are never claiming that we are defining Karmayoga in a different way, or we are presenting Karmayoga, we are innovating Karmayoga, we are discovering Karmayoga. No. Everything is given in Shastra, everything was there in scripture, we just trying to bring it in today's context. That's it. So that was a deductive approach. That we had 5 factors. We had their definitions, we had their explanations, we had their interpretations. From that we just had to derive items. So that was, you had a theory in place, you had operational definition in place, and then you derive items from that. That was a deductive approach. So we did not go to people, but that was our approach to.
So deductive approach,
yes.
You're not required to interview people and all. So could you tell us one or two items that you deduced from the literature that measured the Karma Yoga of people in Indian context?
There are many verses in Gita. So there are 700 verses spread across 18 chapters. So when we had to go for skill development, item generation, we call it the process item generation. So what we did was, we read each of the verses, what is the meaning, what is the translation, what is the interpretation given by different commentators. For that we selected Radhakrishnan, because Radhakrishnan's commentary is considered to be one of the standard commentaries on Gita for anyone. So and it is in English. So that was another challenge, that many of the terms which are in Sanskrit or typically in Indian languages, it becomes very difficult to translate them in English as it is. So we refer to Radhakrishnan. So we studied each verse, फिर उसको classify किया. Okay, this verse relates to one of the 5 factors. Okay, so we had 5 factors. One was Mano Nigraha, Samabuddhi, Phalashatya, Swadharma, Lokasamsa.
Karma Yoga has 5 dimensions.
Yeah, these are the special skills which I am referring to again and again. So we had these 5 factors. So when we read the verse, we try to understand, okay, is this verse relating to any of the 5 factors that we have? If we get, okay, this verse is best fitted in any of these 5 factors, we will select it. So likewise, for example, in case of Swadharma, so we found some 6-7 verses talking about Swadharma. So Swadharma is also termed as Swabhavik Dharma or Sahaja Karma. So there are many words used for it. So from that we can easily understand that Swadharma has something to do with Swabhav. Swadharma has something to do with Sahajata, that what comes naturally to me. So from there we understood the translation, interpretation, and then we made items like this work, I get a chance to express myself through my work, or I work what comes naturally to me. These were few items.
Few of the items which measured the Karma Yoga and all.
Yes.
Ajinkya has really provided us a wonderful insight about his research journey, and so thank you so much. We will be coming out with the second part of this video, because we are yet to get a lot of information from Dr. Ajinkya about his research journey at IIT, about his alma mater, about his experience of publishing paper in Academy of Management, which is considered to be the mecca of management educators in the world. And every management researcher goes to Academy of Management US to present his findings. So this part of the conversation we will be coming out in part 2. So thank you so much for watching Fuller Lives. I thank Dr. Ajinkya also. Please subscribe to the button below, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you so much.